Hi children, how are you? I hope all fine at home. I'm really happy to welcome you back again to Max class, and this is the second session for the chapter Squares and Square Root. Before getting into the class, why does a round pizza come in a square box? Why they are not making a round box for a pizza? Any guesses, my dear children? Yes, you would have got many guesses. Yes, you are right. Actually, only if we have a square box, we will have some vacant places in the corners so that we can lift the pizza up easily. If it is exactly fitted into a circle box, we will not be able to lift it up. That's why they use square box. Another reason is that making a square box is easier compared to making a circle box. You can try it at home, making square boxes and circle boxes, and find which is easier to make. Okay, my dear children. Okay, now let's get into our session. Let us have a small recap now. Last time we started with properties of square number. You all know how we get square number. Just by multiplying it twice we get square number. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. 7 squared is 49. Multiplying twice we get square number. And for all those square numbers we saw 4 properties last time, 5 properties. Here it is listed below. None of square number end with 2, 3, 7 or 8 at units place. So any number which has 2 or 3 or 7 or 8 in its ones place, it cannot be a square number. Okay. It doesn't mean that ending with 0, 1, 4, 5, 9 will be a square number. It may or it may not be. But surely I can say if it ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8, it cannot be a square number. The next property is if a number ends with 1 or 9, then its square will end up with 1. Then the square will ends up in 1 because 1 ones are 1, 9 nines are 81, 1 in its units place. Is it clear? When a square number ends in 6, the number whose square it is will have either 4 or 6 in its units place. Is it clear, children? These properties we discussed in previous classes. Square numbers can have only even number of zeros at the end. So 3250 cannot be a square number. But 32500 can be a square number. I am not sure. Okay, my dear children, if it has odd number of zeros, immediately you can say it is not a square number. These are few clues for us to pick up the answers from MCQs in a quick manner during your competitive exams. So keep those things in mind and don't think it's just for class 8. These things you are learning for your competitive exam that you will come across even in your lifetime, even at the age of 25, 30. So these things are tips for you to keep it in mind till the end. Okay, so take it to the heart, my dear children, not to your mind. Always maths should be in your heart and not in your mind. Okay, shall we get into today's session? Come on. Adding triangular numbers. And this is also few properties of square numbers. What are triangular numbers? Any guesses? The number which has triangle shape. If it is so, only 4 can be a triangular number. Any guesses, my dear children? Yes, if a number can be represented with dots in triangle form, then it is a triangular number. See here, 1, only 1 dot or 1 star. If I have 2, can I make a triangle? No, it will be a line. Okay, that is a line number. Every number can be represented as a line. But there are few numbers that can be represented as triangle. That numbers are called as triangle numbers. Here 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. All these can be represented in the form of triangle. Did you see some special in it, my dear children? how we get this series? Between 1 and 2, 1 and 3, I have difference 2. Between 3 and 6, I have difference 3. In between 6 and 10, I have difference 4. Very good. Between 10 and 15, what difference do I have? 5. Very good. So what will be the next number, my dear children? Come on, guess it. Here difference is 2, here difference is 3, here difference is 4, here difference is 5. Next I will get a number if I add 6. So add 6 and tell me what will be the answer? Very good, 21. So I can keep on finding triangular numbers in this sequence. Is it clear, my dear children? What is special about this triangle number? I can make this triangle number a square number like this. See here, by adding the blank spaces with the stars. How many stars did I add with the triangle with 3? Only one dot. That is adding this one. Then when I come to the 6, I am adding that previous 3 with it. Is it clear? So, any square number, this square number is got by adding two triangular numbers. Will you all agree? Those two triangle numbers should be consecutive to triangle numbers. They should be nearer triangular numbers, not 1 and 6. If I add 1 and 6, both are triangle numbers. But if I add 1 and 6, will I get a square number? No, I will not get it. The two triangle numbers should be very nearer to each other, consecutive numbers or successive numbers, and then it should be added. Is it clear, my dear children? So I can conclude, if we combine two consecutive triangular numbers, we get a square number. Is it clear, my dear children? You should know the concept of triangular number, how this sequence flow and how we get a square number. Only if we know the sequence of a triangular number, we will be able to find the square number by adding successive two triangular numbers. The next property is, look at this picture. This is there in your textbook. You have your textbook in hand. See, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. Between these two numbers, how many non-square numbers is there? 2 non-square numbers are there. Similarly, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. Between this 4 and 9, how many numbers do I have? 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 numbers are there. Similarly, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. Between this 9 and 16, I have 6 numbers. See here, 6 numbers. Then I have 8 numbers. How do I get it? I will just look at this and try to grasp it. 2 squared and 3 squared, I have 4. 2 squared means 4. If it is starting with 3 squared, I have 6. If it is 4 squared, I have 8. So by this time you would have got an idea. If I have multiplied this number with 2, I get 4. That number is there here. That many numbers are here. See here, 3 2s are 6. 6 numbers are here. 4 2s are 8. Then how many numbers will be there between 5 squared and 6 squared? 10 numbers will be there. Then 6 squared and 7 squared, I will have 12 numbers. Understood? So I can conclude that there are 2n. If this is going to be n, I should multiply with 2 to get the number of non-square numbers between those two square numbers. Between these two square numbers, I can find non-square numbers by multiplying this number with 2. Is it clear, my dear children? This is second property that we are seeing today. Based on all these 5 properties, we will be doing many problems. Now, come on, say me how many numbers will be there between 16 squared and 17 squared. You can say immediately. 16 2s are 32. 32 non-square numbers will be there between 16 square and 17 square. It's very simple, my dear children. Okay, keep this in heart. Okay, I will give you a turn to answer my questions. Okay, now next property is adding odd numbers. See here, these are all beauties of maths. Maths is a very beautiful subject. If you keep on observing, you can come across many such patterns that are very interesting, and that gives the beauty to the subject maths. Okay, and it is also considered as the queen of maths. Most probably, queens are very beautiful. So maths is also a very beautiful subject. You can enjoy and you can have a pleasure while doing maths. Okay. See here, 1 is an odd number. If I add the next two odd numbers 1 and 3, I get 4. It can be written as 2 squared. Okay. Now 1 plus 3 plus 5. I get 9 and it again can be represented as a square number. If I add successive odd numbers, see the pattern 1, 3, 5 and 7. Then 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11. Anyhow, I am getting square number only. All these are square numbers. Can you guess how I have got the square number? Come on, track it out, track the pattern. 2 numbers, 2 squared. I have 3 successive odd numbers, 3 squared. If I have 4 successive odd numbers, I have 4 squared. So immediately you will easily answer me. As many numbers, odd numbers, I add in a continuous manner, not here and there. It should be in order right from 1. Okay, then I can easily find its sum without actually adding the series. Without actually adding all these numbers, I can get the answer as 6 squared because I have 6 consecutive odd numbers being added right from 1. So this again I am stating it as a result. Excuse me, children. Sum of first n odd natural numbers is n squared. Sum of first n odd natural numbers is n squared. Odd n natural numbers. If there are n odd numbers, I have sum as n squared. I am counting 1, 2, 3. That is n here. N odd natural numbers. Is it clear, my dear children? Now the next property is sum of consecutive natural numbers. Any square number. The square number can be written as sum of two consecutive numbers. Consecutive numbers means the before number and the after number. Any next two numbers. So 9 is sum of two consecutive numbers. 4 and 5 are consecutive numbers. Is it clear, children? This is got by a general formula like n squared minus 1 by 2 plus n squared plus 1 by 2. Any square number can be written as sum of two consecutive numbers. Very important, my dear children. You will surely come across all such problems in your competitive exam. N squared minus 1 by 2. So far we have learnt 3 things that using n, 2n, n squared minus 1 by 2 plus n squared plus 1 by 2. These n is very simple. Whatever it is the number, 3 squared means 3 is n. 5 squared means 5 is n. So I will substitute 5 here and get the answer. These are the fourth property. Now fifth property is product of two consecutive even or odd natural number can be written in the using square format. And this is again any even number, any two even number. It should be consecutive. It should follow a pattern. Only then I can use this results. 11 into 13 means, what is the number between 11 and 13? 12. So 12 squared minus 1. How we got this answer? Just by working it out and we got it. We got this result. Now if it is two even numbers, 44 and 46. Instead of multiplying these two, I can write it in terms of square. What is the number between 44 and 45? 46, 45. So 45 squared minus 1. Is it clear, my dear children? This is one more property. Product of two consecutive even or odd natural numbers is always 1 less than the square of the number between them. This is one property. Now last property is very simple. This pattern you would have seen many times in many magazines. 1 means 1 squared. Double 1 square. Square means two numbers are there. Two ones are there. So 2 will come in between. And side by side you will have 1, 1. If 3 ones are there, you will have 3 in the center and you will write in reverse. 2, 1, here 2, 1. And 4 1 square, that is 1111 square. See how beautiful the number sequences are. Let us enjoy the beauty.